Apologies for my rough appearance, but well, we had to get up super early because we have a friend coming to help us fix our leaky water main. That's right. The valve there is leaking, as you can maybe see. My sister put some putty over it to kind of stop it for now, but we need to get it fixed for real. And well, lucky for us, it's kind of a weird story. We met this really cool older guy at a campground at a hot spring earlier this summer. He was the campground host, and we were camping, well, we were dispersed camping down the way at the hot spring, but we went over to the campground to use the bathroom, and he came over in his golf cart as the campground host to tell us we can't use the bathroom if we're not camping there. But then come to find out, he had watched some of my videos, so we started chatting, and we had a lot in common. Super nice man. We ended up talking to him quite a bit over the next few days, and well, long story short, he spends the winters down here anyways. So he offered to come help us out at the compound. It's amazing. Really a nice guy. So he came over the other day and we kind of showed him some of the issues we're having here and there and, you know, little things he could help us with. And this valve was the first project he decided to tackle. So he actually went into town. He had to go back that way anyways to get the parts at Home Depot. And he said he would come by this morning and help us replace it. And he's one of those guys that he doesn't want to just do the work for us. He wants to show us how to do it. So it's really cool. It's like having a dad or a grandpa, you know, show you how to do stuff. But in preparation for this project, my sister and I did excavate all the dirt around the valve using, well, to be honest, mostly using this gouger because it was really, the dirt wasn't that hard, but there was a lot of roots from this palm tree here that we had to dig out and then, oh gosh, cut out and, you know, gouge out. But we did. We made a pretty good sized hole. I think that'll be fine. Anyway, once he finishes that, we do have several other projects he can help us with. I mean, we didn't want to take advantage of his kindness, but I don't know. He's basically retired, and I think he genuinely enjoys helping people. And this is his skill set. He knows a lot about building and fixing stuff, so in a weird way, I guess maybe he enjoys this, hopefully. So besides the leaky valve, we thought we might have him help us with a few other things like, oh, if you remember from one of my other videos, the barn door is real hard to open and close. So he could help us with that. We got a loose pipe under the kitchen sink. We have a gas fireplace that we need to figure out how to connect. Oh, he mentioned he might be able to help us put a fan in the attic, which might help keep the house a little bit cooler. I can't imagine that it'll do that much, but apparently it'll help. So to that end, I have another question. If anybody watching this video happens to know anything about insulation and building science, I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos about it lately because, well, it seems to me that there's no point in replacing the swamp cooler, which by the way is working great since we changed those pads. Anyway, it doesn't seem like there's any point to replacing it and getting a mini split or a new air conditioner or anything like that until we beef up the insulation on the house. And like I've said before, this house is basically just constructed of cinder block. Cinder block walls, probably not that different from these guys right here. And I can almost guarantee that there was nothing sprayed into these holes to fill them up and provide extra insulation. Now, of course, I can't totally guarantee it because I haven't seen inside the house. There's nowhere in the house where we can get a glimpse at a cross section or anything like that, but I don't know, just kind of based on how everything else was built here. It's well built. It's a nice house, but I just don't think there's anything inside these CMUs. Sounds hollow to me. So basically what we're dealing with is a cinder block wall with maybe 1.5 inches of drywall on the inside and then a coat of stucco on the outside. So it's really not an ideal situation for living in Death Valley where, well, you can see there the sun comes up here in the east. So in the morning, the front side of the house, where there's those 2 windows in the living room, that takes all the morning heat. And then the south side of the house on the other side, that gets the sun all day long. And then the sun comes down back here to the west, and then the west side of the house gets baked from about 3-4 p.m. onward, and that's the bedroom and the other window in the office. So essentially, we need something to protect the side of the house from the blazing desert sun. And yeah, we do have a little bit of an attic, you can see there. There's a little attic vent. And the home inspector, when we had our home inspection done, did go up in the attic, and there are insulation bats up there, you know, a decent amount, but it's really not doing very much. I mean, as you've seen in some of my other videos, this house only stays about 10 degrees cooler on the inside than the outside. And while that's not a problem right now, you know, things are finally cooling down, it's very pleasant, Swamper's working great, I'm not forgetting how unpleasant it was in here in July and August. And we want to make sure that doesn't happen again next summer. So we're trying to figure out what other insulatory measures we can take. And like I said, I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos about, well, insulating a cinder block home. And it seems like there's really two approaches. One, build fake walls on the inside and insulate those. Or two, insulate the exterior. So insulating the interior, I guess, is a little bit easier because, well, basically you're just sticking up 2x4s and putting in insulation and then drywalling. But that means you're going to lose 6 inches on each wall where it's an exterior wall. And this house isn't that big to begin with. So we really can't afford to lose that kind of square footage. And moreover, my understanding of the way this stuff works is, wouldn't the insulation on the exterior be more efficient anyways? I mean, the idea is you want to stop the heat of the sun from getting into those cinder blocks, which is like a thermal mass. Well, you want to stop the heat from getting into those. If you have insulation on the inside, it's too late. The heat's already sunk into the cinder block. So it makes way more sense to me to put the insulation on the outside of the building. And there's several YouTube videos talking about that. But it seems like something that's more commonly done in Europe and Asia, basically any other place than America. Because when I've asked some American friends about this, and they all go, oh no, put the insulation on the inside. Really? I don't know. I mean, if you look it up on YouTube, there's these methods whereby you just stick foam panels, essentially, with glue to the exterior of the house. You know, you cut them to fit perfectly, and then you put like a wire mesh over it and stucco over the top of that. But I guess that's not really that common in the U.S. I don't know how easy it's going to be to find a contractor to do that out here. Probably not easy at all. And it seems like a pretty big project for my sister and I to tackle. Now, our friend who's coming over here to help us with the water valve, he did offer to help us with it. But again, he said, you know, he thought we should just go ahead and insulate the interior. He had never really heard of insulating the exterior. And so I kind of described it to him, but you know, he went along with it. He goes, okay, if that's what you want to do, we can do that. We'll put, you know, styrofoam panels up, blah, blah, blah. But it's felt like, well, if you're not familiar with that technique, I don't know, man. Maybe we shouldn't even tackle that. So we're going to put that on the back burner for now. Like I said, it's nice weather now. It's October, Halloween. I just found this little pumpkin laying on the ground. That's the nice thing about this compound is the guy left so much weird stuff behind. Anyway, so we're going to leave the insulating of the exterior for a later date because, you know, it's complicated. I mean, not only technically complicated, but also like, well, if we're adding, you know, 2-4 inches of insulation to the outside of the wall, well, that means we have to bring the window frame out. And then we want to get new windows anyways. Well, not this one. This one's double paned, but the ones that aren't double paned. And then that one in my bedroom that's got the friggin' AC unit blacking it out. We want to get new windows there. And, well, we have to figure out how to frame them in. It seems like we have to do the insulation and the windows at the same time. And it's too big a mess for right now. So right now, we're just fixing the leaky valve. And the saggy barn door, which there is something else in the barn that I wanted to ask you guys about. I figure somebody watching this channel will know. When I was cleaning out the barn, I found a bunch of stuff that I had no idea what it was. So let's play, what is this? Okay, first of all, what is this? It's probably super obvious. It says Remington. Huh? Is this something we should keep or toss? Comment below. Mystery item number 2, what is this? Some kind of weird, like, electronics panel. And then it plugs into a 12-volt cigarette lighter. But I can't for the life of me figure out what it is or if it's something we need to keep or get rid of. Moving down here, we have this thing. This just looks like some kind of, I don't know, electrical housing or something. This thing, I have no idea. Malibu low voltage transformer. Okay, so my understanding of a transformer is it's like when you have a plug from a different country and you need to plug it in to make it a plug that'll fit our outlets. But there's nowhere on this to put in another plug. Or, I don't know, is that a receptacle down there? No. Gosh, I don't know. So, comment below if this is something... Well, first of all, tell me what it is, if we need it, should we keep it, should we donate it? Okay, next we have this, which I thought, oh, what is this, like one of those old-timey telephones? Well, no. It says Ducati. And then that's about it. No idea, no other information. There's this thing. There's a bunch of little pipe fitting kind of things in here. Some electronic components. Oh, there's a key? What? I feel like it's like a mystery. What is this thing? What's it for? Do we need it? Should we keep it? And finally, these things. There's two of them. Gosh, you plug them into something. Or, well, I guess you did at one time. He cut the plugs off for some reason. Any idea what these are? It looks like there's a hole at the top to string something through. It's heavy metal, and then it looks like there might be some kind of motor or something in this black thing at the bottom. And then it's notched on this side too, like it fits over something. There's two of them. Have no idea what they're for. We're just gonna go ahead and put all these mystery items back here in the mystery item pile. And hopefully somebody watching this video will be able to clear up at least one of those little mysteries for us. Okay, well, I better go for now because our friend's going to be here any minute. And I need to go drink a cup of fake coffee to make sure I'm sufficiently awake. Whew! What a day! I didn't shoot much footage of our friend helping us because I'm not sure that he wants to be on camera. We'll call him Elmer for now. Elmer came over at, gosh, like 8:30 in the morning. And he's like, I want to say he's 80 years old, maybe even 82. And he is super fit, super sharp. He doesn't even wear glasses, man. This guy knows how to fix anything. He's got a really good skill set. He used to be a superintendent for a bunch of industrial buildings. So he knows plumbing, electrical, carpentry, you name it, Elmer does it. Anyway, not only did he help us fix that leaky valve, then he goes, okay, what else do you girls want done? Well, so then he fixed the barn door, gosh, I can't even remember all the stuff he fixed. Anyway, we just got finished moving the gun case. He helped us, that big rifle case that we had in our office that we've been trying to get out of there, but it's too heavy. Well, he helped us disassemble it. It was super heavy. We had to take the whole thing apart, unscrew every screw, and well, we got it out piece by piece and moved it down to our storage shed. So, it's already like, I think it's like 6 p.m. It's hard to tell because it's so hazy from all the wildfires in California. Yeah, look, it's just all gray. Very minimalist, surreal. Almost looks like we're on the edge of the world. Maybe that's because we are on the edge of the world. Anyway, we're going for a little walk, throw out the trash, just get some fresh air, exercise, and then we're gonna go back and relax because, man, this guy Elmer's nuts. Like I said, he's in his 80s and he never gets tired. He sleeps like 5 hours a night. So he's going into town now to Home Depot on his way back to where he stays. And he's gonna pick up some more plumbing stuff for tomorrow's project. He is like the Energizer Bunny, and let me tell you something. I am really glad we met him. I'm gonna do a toast to Elmer with this really gross spiked seltzer we bought at the grocery store in town the other day. They didn't have our preferred brand, unfortunately. This one tastes a lot like beer. No offense, Big Sky Brewing Company, but hey, it's better than nothing. So cheers to Elmer.
Okay, so walking around the desert, we picked up all this garbage. Well, I stuffed a lot of it into this old sock we found. That's crammed full of stuff. Cigarette butts, beer caps, we got cans, water bottles, and then we put it all in this old shirt that was laying on the ground. A disgusting amount of garbage in a relatively short amount of time. Oh, there's another can. Oh, we're gonna need a bigger bag.